They legit want to know why people ain't watching Raw? Let me get comfortable. Microphone? Thank you. It's pretty simple. We, the fans, are tired of outdated tropes that should have been buried with the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club from the corrupt, powerful corporate authority figures that have been dominating Raw and SmackDown since the end of summer 2013 with the Authority Alliance that is trying to be the corporation angle from 98-99, but it's so watered down that it might as well be a flat colour that not even the most esteemed cola aficionado would have to cure their irritated stomach. You have the fans cry out for wrestling and they tell you, no, you want sports entertainment. It gets to that point from the Simpsons episode, Oh brother, where art thou? That Herb Powell, voiced by Danny DeVito, says what we're all thinking. Do you hear that, you idiot? Instead of asking what the people want, you're telling them what they want, which could not be put into more clear context. The fans chanted through 2013, we want Daniel Bryan. Instead, they gave us more John Cena. Even at TLC 2013, when they reunified the Undisputed Championship, what should have been what the fans demanded in being Punk versus Bryan, which would have made the pay-per-view buy rates go through the roof, it was instead given to the most overdone, mundane, and boring rivalry in the last decade in Cena versus Orton. A match that no one asked for. Nor the rematch at the 2014 Royal Rumble, especially when fans made themselves vocal with chants of, this is awful, we want refunds, including the very few chanting, we want divas. And apparently some people were chanting Chris Benoit. Make of that what you will. It comes as no surprise that during the Stone Cold podcast, how Captain Out of Touch McMahon, with the mention of sports entertainment and brass rings, that nothing that he does, and noting that he does not see the appeal of Antonio Cesaro. Are you kidding me? A man that has the audience in the palm of his hand with uppercutting stares and being the swing master with pure charisma, that even as a heel, the people love him? It gets to that point where he'll even think that SpongeBob SquarePants would be a good idea for a competitor. I can just imagine SpongeBob coming up to Real American and that Spongeomania is running wild with his Spongeomaniacs and SpongeBob doing the flexing and the poses. You think I'm jesting? Vinny has reached that level of out of touch, borderline insanity that even someone like Towerson would go and look at him and go, you're crazy. You make me look sane. Please seek help. I am the mighty one. Love you, Towerson. To even more bad decisions in the failure to push Dean Ambrose to main event status when the people have accepted and adore this competitor as a modern-day variation of Austin and Brian Pillman. But no, he's not Cena nor Roman Reigns, so he waits in line. Here's logic for you, poster man of the Nutty Farm. Someone is over with the fans, and I mean like Austin, Rock, Punk, and Brian super over. They are getting Austin-like pops from them. You start pushing them. They sell more merch. People pay to see them. Your profits go up. You start looking less and less like Margot Kidder before she went on her medication, and people begin patting you on the back again in a good way with, good decision, Vince. That was a well thought out move. You did it again, Mac Daddy, rather than, are you still in charge? When are you retiring? Or my personal fave, where's the real Vinnie Mac? The last time you ever had a shred of common sense is when Stone Cold was World Wrestling Federation champion. You are so out of touch that you think the internet is a pipe dream that will never take off. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Johnny come lately, but the internet accounts for a lot of personal growth and profit for companies large and small with quick interaction and finding out information as opposed to traveling to local stores without leaving the comfort of their own home. You whine that NXT is hurting the main roster, which it does not. They don't need to help you with that. When the truth is people prefer NXT because Triple H is in touch with what works and he gives actual professional wrestling and announcers calling moves as opposed to the mundane, mediocre and vanilla equivalent of Michael Asshat Cole, thank you very much bro, telling stories. Now I will grant that Cole is being fed lines from old Vinny, but it still doesn't change the fact that Cole represents a slice of stale bread that you wouldn't even remotely think about eating even if you were starving. Now, I question a lot of things that Triple H the Shovel has done over the years, but as a businessman, he has it together and knows what a modern professional wrestling product should be. The way I foresee it is this. NXT will take over as the main brand, and Raw and SmackDown will become the minor leagues, the developmental. It pains me to say that about SmackDown because it is the superior show to Raw. Raw is nothing more than a 3-hour soap opera with some wrestling. At least SmackDown gives the mid-card a chance to shine. If I wanted to watch a soap opera, I'd go back to watching Coronation Street, and that in its own right was stale and vanilla before I quit watching in early 2007. But that's another story. And the irony is, you created NXT to replace ECW in early 2010. Your very own creation will outdo your other creations. Back in 2011, CM Punk predicted all of this with his pipe bomb, how it will get worse, and you don't understand how a modern product should be, what makes a good wrestler, or what else works in 2011. You are the reason that Raw's ratings are at their lowest since 1997, and you can't blame Monday Night Football anymore. That card is out of your reach. You have become what you hate, what you have feared. You have become WCW. Pipe bomb! I'm done.